Sharper Point Commentary, presented by Schwartz Laser Eye Center.
Two people trapped in two different cars show me the opposite ends of human intelligence and the comparison of our will to survive versus our will to have the next generation survive, and how there's good selfishness and bad selfishness. Our first example is a woman who was rescued 36 hours after her car crashed 200 feet down an embankment about 10 miles north of Lake Pleasant. Deputies with the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office responded to a report of an accident on Castle Hot Springs Road at around 8 a.m. on Saturday, where they found the car with the driver trapped. The first responders who hiked down and carried her up to the road found her dehydrated and with injuries that weren't considered life-threatening, thank God. She was taken to a Phoenix hospital. She was able to survive off of snacks and water she had in her car. Now, I don't know if she planned for a worst-case scenario and had emergency water in her car, or if she just was lucky enough to happen to have water with her, something my wife always has because, well, she's smarter than me. I'm constantly amazed at how strong people can be. That lady hung on for a day and a half without knowing if she was ever going to be rescued. But another story of a person trapped in a car points out how I can also be constantly amazed at how irresponsible parents can be when it comes to their kids. A woman was arrested in Mesa Saturday after allegedly leaving her child in a hot car during an excessive heat warning. According to court documents, 22-year-old Nicole Yazzie was arrested after police found her 4-year-old daughter in a car with the windows and doors locked outside a store near Southern Avenue and Stapley Drive. The witnesses who called the police said the little girl was distressed and excessively sweating. The police officer who arrived at the scene said she was so desperate for water, she aggressively grabbed the bottle when offered. 100% understandable since it was 100 degrees outside at the time, and the internal temperature of the vehicle was 129 degrees. What's 0% understandable is why mom, and I use that word loosely, left her own child in a hot car because she reportedly told police she knew it was wrong. Quote, admitted she knew it was wrong to place her daughter inside of a locked vehicle without the air conditioning on and to leave her unattended. End quote. And she also allegedly admitted the temperature wasn't suitable for her daughter to be inside the vehicle without it running. Yazzie claimed she didn't turn on the vehicle with the car's AC because she was afraid her daughter would drive away. But why even put herself in that position in the first place? Well, court documents show that Yazzie left her daughter inside the car because the little girl didn't want to go inside the store. I guess she selfishly didn't want to deal with a non-compliant 4-year-old in a store, something I'm familiar with. And maybe she selfishly didn't want to be embarrassed by a non-compliant 4-year-old shopper, something I'm also familiar with. I don't blame the lady trapped in her car for selfishly hanging on. That's heroic, although we may want to retest her for her driver's license. But the mom, the so-called mom, was anything but heroic. She was just lazy, and I wish we could retest her. Unfortunately, we still don't force people to get a parenting license.
Thanks for watching Sharper Point. Click to see more from Arizona's morning news and tap the button in the middle to subscribe.